All right, let's set sail today on a deep dive. You ready?
Aye, aye, Captain.
We're diving into Treasure Island, Robert Louis Stevenson's classic adventure. We're going to follow young Jim Hawkins.
That's right. And what's really cool is we'll experience it all through Jim's eyes. Stevenson uses first-person narration.
Yeah, it's like we're right there with him. Starting at the Admiral Benbow Inn.
Yeah.
Seems quiet at first.
It does, doesn't it? But then this old sailor shows up, Captain Billy Bones. Rough around the edges, you know.
Spends his days drinking rum and singing sea shanties.
Exactly. But there's this feeling like something's off, a sense of foreboding. And then he warns Jim about a one-legged man.
That warning sticks with you.
It does. And things get even creepier with these other characters showing up. Black Dog, all menacing, and then Pew.
Pew, the blind man. He's terrifying.
Oh, absolutely. And they're after Captain Bones relentlessly. Then that attack on the inn happens.
Wow, that really throws Jim into the deep end.
It does. It's Stevenson's way of saying, the adventure's starting, folks. And after that night, Jim has something.
Captain Bones' treasure map.
The map promises riches, but also danger. It becomes Jim's ticket to a whole new world. Pirates, uncharted islands, the whole shebang.
And it's not just about finding gold, Reddy. It's about Jim finding himself, his courage.
You got it. It's like the map represents uncharted territories within Jim himself.
So he takes the map to Dr. Livesey and Squire Trelawney. They're pretty important guys in his town.
Respected figures, yeah. And they don't waste time. They outfit a ship, the Hispaniola. They're assembling a crew for this big expedition.
And one of those crew members is Long John Silver, the ship's cook. One-legged, charismatic. Seems like a good guy at first.
He does, doesn't he? But Stevenson's clever. He hints that there's something more to Silver, something beneath that friendly surface.
Yeah, you get this feeling like something's not right. The excitement of the treasure hunt mixes with this unease, and then, boom.
Jim overhears Silver talking. He's actually a pirate captain, planning a mutiny.
Hiding in an apple barrel. Talk about suspense.
Poor Jim. He admired Silver, looked up to him. Now his world is shattered, forced to see the darker side of things.
It's a big turning point for him. He goes from watching to taking action. He warns the captain and the loyal crew.
Absolutely. And that sets the stage for the battle at Treasure Island. The mutineers, led by Silver, take the Hispaniola.
The loyal crew has to find refuge. A stockade on the island.
And we see Jim starting to change. He's not just reacting anymore. He's making choices, taking risks.
But that's a story for our next part.
So there they are, huddled in the stockade, the loyal crew. Captain Smollett, even though he's hurt.
It's more than just a place to hide, isn't it, that stockade?
Right. It's like a symbol. Loyalty versus treachery. Good against evil, playing out right there. And Smollett...
He really steps up, huh? Even wounded.
Oh, yeah. He's a true leader, keeps everyone together, comes up with a plan. Now Silver. He tries to make a deal.
Offers them riches, safe passage, if they surrender.
Silver's a smooth talker. Appeals to their desire to survive. Makes it seem like the smart choice, you know?
But Smollett doesn't buy it. He sees right through Silver.
He knows a deal with Silver is a bad deal. And that leads to a major showdown. The pirates attack the stockade.
Full-on attack. Can you imagine the intensity?
Chaos everywhere. The pirates, they're desperate, greedy. But the loyalists, they hold their ground, led by Smollett.
And Jim, he does something pretty crazy. Sneaks out of the stockade.
I know, right? Cuts the Hispaniola adrift.
Such a bold move. It really shows how much he's changed. He's not just going with the flow anymore.
He's taking charge, and it works. Disrupts the pirates' plans. Dr. Livesey even offers Jim a chance to escape.
But he doesn't take it, does he?
Nope. He gave Silver his word, and he sticks to it. Shows his character, his sense of loyalty. And you know what? The loyalists win.
They beat back the pirates.
But it comes at a cost. There's a feeling of, weariness, uncertainty. The fight's not over yet. And then Livesey does something unexpected.
He goes and meets with Silver. Secretly. Tells him he knows where the treasure is.
Whoa, that's a twist. What do you think Livesey was thinking?
It's risky, that's for sure. Maybe he was desperate. Or maybe he was playing a deeper game.
He's a clever one, that Livesey. So the next day, they go on a treasure hunt. Livesey, the pirates. But someone's watching them.
Jim. He follows them. Curiosity, maybe? Or wants to protect his friends?
It adds to the tension. We're seeing it all through Jim's eyes again. His hopes, his fears.
The treasure hunt itself. It's exciting, full of twists and turns. The pirates are following Captain Flint's clues.
They get more and more greedy, more paranoid. You can feel it. And then they finally get there, the spot marked on the map.
The treasure's gone. Empty.
Can you imagine all that hardship for nothing? Stevenson's so good at these twists. The pirates are crushed, vulnerable, and that's when Livesey reveals his plan.
He made a deal with Silver. Help Silver escape, and he'll get them the treasure and their safety.
Livesey knew Silver would always choose to save his own skin. He used that.
And Silver, he doesn't miss a beat. Turns the other pirates against each other, secures his own escape. Slick.
He's a survivor. Ruthless, but you have to admire his ability to adapt. Silver's a real enigma.
The Hispaniola sailing away, Treasure Island's behind them. You want to feel the relief, right? But man, what a journey. So much happened.
It makes you think, what is treasure, really? Is it just gold and jewels? Or is it something more?
That's what I was thinking. Look at Jim. He found treasure, but it wasn't just buried in the ground. It was everything he went through. The experience, facing his fears, coming out stronger.
Right. And then there's Silver. Such a fascinating character, almost fatherly at times, but then so ruthless.
Yeah, he makes you question good and evil, doesn't he? He's like this leader inspiring the crew, but he's also a pirate, a mutineer, out for himself.
And Stevenson doesn't tell us what to think. He leaves us wondering, just like Jim is throughout the story.
Like, maybe there's no easy answer. Right and wrong aren't always so clear-cut. Even the best people have to make tough choices sometimes, choices that might go against what they believe in.
Think about Dr. Livesey. He's all about reason, helping people. But he makes a deal with Silver, lets him escape with some of the treasure.
Wow. That was a hard choice. Makes you wonder, what would you do in that situation? How far would you go to survive?
That's why Treasure Island is so great. It's about human nature, the choices we make when things get tough. And it still gets to people all these years later.
Stevenson was a master storyteller.
Yeah.
Adventure, interesting characters, big questions about life. It all comes together.
It's true. And as we leave Jim Hawkins and Long John Silver and Treasure Island behind, it reminds us of the power of a good story. Takes you to other worlds, makes you think differently.
So as we wrap up our deep dive, what are your thoughts? What treasures did you find along the way?
Until next time, keep exploring and keep discovering.